everybody, it's Christine, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of finding a mentor and being a mentor, no matter how old you are or what stage of your career you're in. And I'm super inspired to share about this with you because I just got back from spending 2 days with one of my mentors. Her name is Connie Podesta. She's amazing. And earlier, about probably a year ago, I set a strong intention to find a female speaking mentor. I've been speaking for 10 years, but I really wanted to get to the next level in my career. And there honestly aren't a lot of women speakers, especially in the corporate market. And through a series of events, I found out about this boot camp and this woman, Connie, and I attended her boot camp and ended up connecting with her and formed a relationship with her. And I want to tell you how I went about having her mentor me, because that's a question I get asked a lot. You know, how do you find a mentor? How do you kind of like ask out someone you want to mentor you? Well, it's really about coming to them with something to give as well. You know, with Connie, there was a lot of technology stuff and some business building stuff that I knew how to do that I could help her with. And so then when I asked her if she could really mentor me with my speaking career, it was a mutually beneficial relationship. Now, knowing the kind of woman she is, I know she probably would have mentored me even if I didn't have anything to give. But when we come to a relationship, we want to make sure that we're not just taking. And sometimes I get emails from people that say, will you mentor me? With really no explanation of why or no kind of explanation of the expectation. So that's the other thing. Not only do you want to come with something to give, and we all have things to give, but you want to be detailed about what you're asking for. Because if you just ask someone, will you mentor me? They're like, well, what does that mean? So be specific. Say, you know, I have this one project I need feedback on. I'd love to take you to lunch once a month just to get your suggestions on my next steps in terms of my career. Or maybe it's one Skype call a month. Be very specific about how much time you're asking for and what specifically you're asking for. Because when you ask someone just to mentor you because you want their career and you want them to just to teach you how to have their career, it's kind of like, wait, how do you even teach someone how to do that? So the more specific you are, the more likely they are to say yes. Also, I truly believe, and I want you to truly believe, that people like helping other people. So don't be afraid to ask. The worst thing that can happen is someone says no. And when you're selecting a mentor, don't just pick someone who's doing what you want to do. Pick someone who's being who you want to be. What are their values? How do they show up in the world? Do they have the family and health that you want to have? Because when you pick a mentor, you could look up to somebody that's doing something you want to do, but then when you look a little deeper about how they live their lives, they may not be a good fit. So after you find your own mentor, think about ways not only you can mentor them, because just because we're younger than someone or less advanced in our career doesn't mean we can't offer them tips, but also how you can be a mentor to someone that's either younger than you or a little behind you on your career path. Because it feels good. It feels good to teach. It feels good to share our knowledge. You know, I believe, because at this point in my career, I have a responsibility to share how I've gotten to where I have gotten to. In a lot of ways, I feel like I mentor you through these blogs and vlogs. So don't just think the only way we mentor is through this one-on-one relationship. There are lots of different ways. The final thing I want to leave you with is any kind of business, career track, even in relationships, we can't figure everything out on our own. We need advisors. We need mentors. We truly need people that are older than us and younger than us to give us different points of view. Please don't think you have to figure it out all on your own. There's so many supportive people around you. All it takes is asking.